Welcome to a special episode of Ankle Sore and our review of Carlton's 2023 season. While you're watching the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. Also comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts. So let's get started. The Blues finished 5th after the home and away season with 13.5 wins. This could be an interesting episode. Led by Andrew, highlights, lowlights, positives, negatives, and can they improve next year? Go for it, Andrew.
You might be surprised at what I'm going to say. This is highly anticipated.
Nothing has surprised me what's come out of his mouth this year.
No, that's true. Carlton.
Fair enough.
Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton.
Highly anticipated episode. Some people in the comments have asked
a few
for
requests, yeah.
So here it is. Okay, so Carlton's highlights.
Can I just stop? Can I just say, like Gillon McLaughlin said in the Brownlow medal at the start of the last round, round 24.
It's going to be a good one.
You're going to like this
You're
one.
gonna like this
Is that
one.
what he said? You're going to like this one? It's going to be a good one.
He gave a bit of what, but it could have been anyone.
Yeah,
And it wasn't as big, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Carlton's highlights. Playing finals, finally, after 10 years.
Yep.
Massive highlight. And then to go ahead and reach a preliminary final. That's a highlight for me. Also, a mini highlight was Charlie Curnow winning the Coleman medal. Didn't do much else in the finals, but but that's a highlight. When the Coleman kicking 80 goals, that's a pretty good effort.
It was only seen twice in September. The All-Australian night and the Brownlow night.
Correct.
True.
Sent you that yesterday. Anyway,
Loved it.
the low light, losing 6 in a row.
Before you go on to the highlights, they actually finished third in the end.
I've already done the highlights.
No, but I know.
The low lights.
But you didn't say the position.
Well,
They finished third.
Yeah, after losing preliminary final, they
Like
finished
that's
third.
an enormous performance.
Yeah, it
But
is.
on the ladder, at the end of home and away,
Yeah,
they
you're
finished
talking about
fifth,
that.
which is still pretty good.
yeah.
Like, they had a home final, which helped.
Yep.
I think that helped them get over the line first week.
Against
So
Sydney, yeah.
If it was the other way around, they'd probably lose.
That's
Perhaps.
exactly right.
Yeah, that losing 6 games in a row, you can't win a premiership doing that. Because you
That's
win
a
one of
big
those
string.
games, they probably finish top 4 and get a
Yeah.
second chance. Helps them out, you know.
But it just
maybe not
shows
going to
lapses.
Brisbane.
But anyway,
Yeah, bit of maturity maybe.
maybe.
Positives. Finishing 5th after being 15th at round 15. That's
Yeah.
massive. That is...
It's huge.
So after 13 rounds, they were 4 wins, 8 losses, and a draw. That was after 13 rounds.
Yep.
And
We
then
spoke
there's-
about the GWS one being 14th. That's even bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
15th. They were 2 points behind GWS
to get
and
to the
finished,
finals from where they were.
and finished 5th and get a home final. Massive
Yeah,
turnaround.
Massive effort.
Other positives, the lesser names helped. Dow, Silvani, Owies, Motlop, Kemp.
How many played in that preliminary final?
1.
And what did you call the massive? It was a highlight.
Oh, a positive.
Yeah, positive.
A positive that the lesser
And only one of
names...
them played in the prelim.
Yeah, helped. And I was going on about
I know
that.
you were going
for
on about
4
it,
weeks.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even mention Fisher. He played okay when they needed to win games. These lesser names, Akers and all these guys.
He's on his way out, Zach Fisher, apparently.
Yeah.
Salisbury.
Yeah.
Don't ruin my spiel here. Also, another positive is there's only one player over 30 years old going into next year. And
Is
that's
that right?
Nick Newman. He'll be 31.
And he's going okay.
How old's
Yeah.
Cripps then?
28. Most of their core is 28. So,
In the window?
it's now. It's
Yeah,
next
I
year.
agree
It's
with
the
that.
next 2 years. That's it.
Yep.
Not that's it. I mean, obviously you can improve, but their window is next year. There's no two ways about it. So, having said that, their negatives, they'll lose some of those good players, the depth. You know, the Paddy Dowers and these
Could go.
guys. Again, I wasn't a fan of these. They've been there for years, you know, O'Brien's and these guys. That's fine. But you got to have some depth.
Yeah,
Of course you do.
You can't
3 or
just pick
4
up kids and expect them
You got
to
to bat down to 30 at least. don't
30,
you?
28, 30 to win a premiership, I think. You've seen Collingwood do it.
And Brisbane bat deep.
They do.
Absolutely.
So-
And as I mentioned, those 5 or 6 that came in that didn't play in the preliminary final played well.
That's
weren't-
depth.
They're not in their best 22,
Yeah.
but... You know,
Got them,
they're in
they
the
got
best
them. They pretty
28.
much
depth
played
got
a big
them
hand
all
in
the way,
getting
Absolutely.
yeah.
So you need 28, 29 good players to get
Yeah,
it.
that's a fair point.
Can they improve? I think they can. That doesn't necessarily mean they make a grand final, but I think they can finish top 4 just based on losing 6. Actually, they lost 8 out of 9. So they won. They beat West Coast in between that bracket.
They did.
So, which was, I mean, that was a
They can,
4
they can
points.
improve on their season.
They're home and away
patterns.
season.
Yeah.
So if they get a double chance, anything's possible.
Yep.
And that goes with anyone. But Carlton especially, like I said, their core is 28. You know, the Cripps, Doherty, Sard, these guys, Charlie Curnow, 27, Harry Mackay, 25. Like, they're all primed.
I agree.
Yeah,
Next
their
2 years,
improvement
yeah.
might. I said it about another team in another episode. I can't remember who. It might have been Sydney. That they might win less games,
Yep.
but their consistency will
Might
be
be,
their
yeah.
improvement. Like,
Yeah, I know
not
what you
dropping
mean.
6 in a row.
Might
Yeah.
will not win as many games, but lose one here and then win 2.
Have a better
Yeah.
core of a season
a better
to get you in a good position.
blend, better
yeah,
spread.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I
right.
get you.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
Done. Vito.
Well, High's definitely prelim. Mate, no way after that round 14-15 mark would I have thought they'd make a prelim. And really, in the first quarter, it looked like they were going to cruise into the granny. That's another story. Low for me, Kernow's final series.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was horrendous.
It was a
Great
low,
point.
yeah.
Not just, that was horrendous.
Great
He
point.
did not, nothing. What did he kick? 2 goals, 3 goals for the whole 4?
I think he kicked 1 in each game.
Okay.
3 goals. That's pretty poor.
One in each game.
Well, look,
goals.
I'll say this. He plays well in that first quarter. He kicks a couple in that first quarter or early in the second.
Yeah.
Good night, Brisbane. And we're talking about Carlton Collingwood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, he looked like, I know he didn't give up, but he looked like that body language of
He looked
dropping your-
defeated
yes.
at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was a bit of a, pretty much a big low. Positives? They'll be talking about the window. That's what I was going to say. I think they're in there for a few years yet. No, I don't think it's just next year. I think they've got a few years up their sleeve, Carlton.
Yep.
But I think the next 2 years is pivotal in the
Yeah,
way of
the
winning
next
a
2
flag.
years is-
But I just
yeah.
think 3-4 years down the track, they've still got an opportunity, if you know what I mean. So I think that's a big positive. Negative, I disagree a little bit with what you're saying about. I know those guys did help Silvani's, those lesser likes, but in big games, I think it's left to too few a lot of the time.
Always has been at the moment.
Right? So, and EG comes back to the Curnow. He didn't perform. I'm not saying they lost because of that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
it's a big reason why they did. Because he kicks 4 goals, or 3 goals. It's not even 4. 3 goals, and Carlton probably win. Because he probably kicks them in the crutch early,
Clutch goals.
and that's see you later,
Yeah,
Brisbane.
fair
Do
enough.
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're always depending on Cripps to get that hard ball. And you saw it in the previous week 3 times.
It's all about him.
Mate, they were ripping him, and he still got his handball out and opened it up for the others, and they kicked goals out of it. So, again, it's left to these big names for Carlton. And these guys, sure, they did well, but
Can they repeat it though?
that's one. And 2, there's got to be a better spread. And I think if there's a better spread, they're a big chance.
More contributors
Um,
overall inside games of footy.
And saying that, putting all that together, I think that definitely can improve. But they need those lesser likes to be more consistent. Do you know what I mean? Throughout the year.
100%.
So early in the season, they need to be more consistent. Like you said, perfect. You can't lose 7 or 8 in a row or whatever it is. And
They were
expect
ordinary in that patch, weren't
bad,
they?
Yeah.
terrible.
They were,
was
they were
like-
broken. They were
like It
broken.
was like a brick wall across half forward.
So
Yeah.
what
Just
I'm
kept
saying
rebounding
is,
out.
so what I'm saying is, there's got to be a better spread of players performing evenly throughout the year. That's what I mean by not leaving it to the big names all the time. Walsh, Cripps, Curnow, McKay to a certain point. Tell me.
Spot on. Spot on.
So for me, definitely improvement, but those lesser likes have got to be more consistent.
yeah, spot on.
What you got, mate?
I've got, well, obviously, I'm not going to repeat what you bloke says.
No.
Obviously, the preliminary final. I think getting to preliminary final night, they'd won 11 of their last 12.
That's
so
insane.
I think that's a
Pretty good.
great highlight for the year. A highlight for Carlton supporters, if I was a Carlton supporter, that first 24 and a half minutes of that first quarter
Yeah, that was insane.
was an incredible
It's good footy,
highlight for
wasn't
the
it?
club
Yeah.
and for the year. If I was a Carlton supporter all year, I'd be watching that 25 minutes over and over.
But you look
it was
back,
insane.
You look back and go, how did you lose that game?
It was
then?
true. That, yeah. But now that we know that they've lost it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that 25 minutes was a package of what Carlton has the ability to do
Yeah, that's true.
over what you said, a more stretched out, more consistent season.
Correct.
Because you saw the sample of 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how good Carlton can be.
Brisbane didn't know what day it was.
Didn't know it hit
They were
them.
punch drunk in the first 20
They
minutes.
were. They were. You did say rope a dope at one
Rope a dope.
stage.
Well, yeah.
Punch drunk they
Yeah.
were.
Their low lights, obviously, they're 4-8-1 start. Their positives. There's a story that's going around, and we all know it, that when they were 4 wins, 8 losses, and a draw, and they were sitting in, Ed Curnow had a campfire barbecue
Down
at
Torquay.
his property in Torquay.
Right.
No one's said much about it, but whatever it is they did,
worked,
they
yeah.
talk about this campfire barbecue.
Really? I
Turned
don't.
it around for them. I don't know any more info on it.
Oh,
But
I mean,
it's public
yeah.
info that they had
Okay.
one, and they had a powwow and
Yeah.
smoked the pipe, and they did something there.
I guess they probably just would have been honest and said, "We need more from you and you."
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
and you
probably.
And you, and,
Yeah, that's
and
right. That's right.
Turned around, it worked.
Yep.
So
Yep. So with that, negatives, obviously, we've just spoken about
Yeah.
negatives, and I'll just probably be just repeating what you said. However, qualifying fifth was a positive,
Absolutely.
and eventually finishing third.
Let's be honest, they've come from nowhere.
So
Yeah.
can they improve next year? Well, absolutely they can. What they've got to do now is look maybe externally, not this year. Go with the same crew
Yeah, I think
thereabouts.
so.
Yeah.
I think this time next year, on the back of what happens next year, let's say they finish in the top four,
Fourth, let's
win
say,
a
let's
final,
just-
lose another prelim, let's say, or make a granny, right? They've got to start targeting bigger names just to complete it.
Yeah, I know
Just
what
to
you mean.
complete it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any names. I don't know who they
No,
are.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
just
Do you know what I mean?
speculating.
Just to top up
Yeah.
what they can get externally, because internally I don't think they can win it with what they got. They just probably need. Well, they probably could.
Having said that,
They probably
like,
could.
after quarter time in the preliminary final, they were pretty ordinary. They lost by 16 points, so they went a mile off. You know what I mean?
No, they're not a mile off, and that's
I mean,
why.
like Vito said,
You know, like-
if Kernow kicks 3 or 4 in that final,
Yeah.
and Martin does
And I don't
something,
know
like,
what they need, because they're okay back and they're okay
yeah, I
forward.
don't
and
know
they're
what
okay.
they need.
In the
I don't know
middle.
what they need, but just another. Like attract a couple of big.
Don't you think
another-
they lack a bit of class?
That's probably it.
maybe,
That's-
Because let's be honest,
Probably it.
Cripps is a gun as
Well,
he's hard.
you
He's
throw-
not classy though.
All right, well, let's-
Sam Walsh, he's probably classy.
All right, well,
Chera,
let's
there's a
not, let's
couple-
not
Chera's-
say that this would happen.
I'm talking about out now. I'm talking about when I say classy.
well, they
I'm
don't
talking
grow on
about.
trees.
I'm
You
talking about
can't-
Dustin Martin classy.
you can't.
Well, yeah, and let's not say it'll happen, but if you threw a Nick Dacos in Carlton's side next
They
year,
win the flag, yeah,
or a
easily.
Petrarca,
You know that they'll never.
or a Lockie Neal,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm saying that won't happen, but
yeah, I know what you mean. Though that
we
type,
need
an
one-
LDU.
an LDU, they just need one or two. Anyway, that's
I know what you mean.
what I'm thinking. Their draft hand is 14, big gap there. 64 is their second pick, 70 and 88.
It's pretty sparse, isn't it? They've got pretty much one.
Is there a
pick.
reason why there's
I don't know.
I think they must have traded out. They must have traded.
Gotta
out
be up
their
on the draft
second.
talk.
I think for Akers they traded the second. or
Blake
third.
Acres,
yeah,
which he was all right,
which
was
worked
she?
well. Oh, second,
Been
third
good,
round.
mate.
pick. Yeah, I'll take that. So, but they haven't got much to choose from. Like we said, they need to improve from within, not so much.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
I
next
agree.
They're
year,
not
the
this
year
year, but
after,
next
yeah.
year, 14 they can get
Like, I
something.
was going to something handy for 14,
Yeah.
14 top 20 picks. A
Maybe
top
they
20
can trade
pick.
out for a good player. Maybe I don't know.
They
I don't
could.
know. I mean,
But
yeah.
no
But
fringe
then,
players.
but
they're
then
gonna be-
60, 70, 80. Does it even go to 88?
No,
Will they
I
even
don't
use
even think
it?
got to get to 64.
There you go.
Like it could only go to 60.
touch and go.
So,
But with 14, they could get what they need at
Yeah.
14, not what's. Or they could go best available at 14. It wouldn't matter.
Maybe. Yeah, it
'cause
depends
they've
what
got-
they're looking for.
Yeah, yep. And there you have it, our review of Carlton's 2023 season. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and we'll see you in the next one.